Hi, let me tell ya about this mess I got tangled in. I am Elena Vargas, 21 years young, the baby of the Vargas crew down in the dusty hills of Southern Cali. We're talking San Diego outskirts, where the sun beats down like it's got a personal grudge, and our family vineyard stretches out like some kinda green empire. Folks round here think we're all about them big family barbecues, Logan over carne asada and cold cervezas, but nah, it's straight up a power trip run by my big sis Lucia. She's 29, sharp-tongued and sharper-eyed, married to this dude Rafael who's got that fake smooth vibe, like he's sellin' used cars but in a suit. He married into the fam and acts like he owns the deed to the whole damn place. Me? I kept my head down, paintin' in my lil' shed studio, avoidin' their drama like the plague. But one scorcher of an afternoon, they flipped the script, and sis did something that lit the fuse on my whole world. It all kicked off on a Friday, sun hangin' high and merciless, tinnin' the grapevines into wavy heat mirages. I shuffled into the big ol' kitchen, jeans splattered with acrylics from my latest piece, a abstract thing, 'bout freedom or whatever. Hair in a messy ponytail, sneakers scuffin' the tile. I was just cravin' some iced tea to wash away the sweat. Lucia's perched there at the island, lookin' like she's auditionin' for a villain role, thumb flyin' over her phone screen. Raphael's lurkin' nearby, buffin' his Rolex like it's a trophy. Afternoon, I mutter, grabbin' a glass from the cupboard. She don't even glance up, just lets out this heavy sigh, like I farted or somethin'. That's how you greet family? Like some bum off the street? I pour the tea, ice clinkin', ignorin' her. Learned the hard way that bit back just feeds her beast. But nah, today she's itchin' for it. Elena, a real respectful gal would say good afternoon, sis with some eye contact. But I guess manners ain't your jam. I slammed the pitcher down harder than I meant, tea sloshin'. I said afternoon. That's plenty polite. Her eyes slit like a cat's, and she hollers, Raphael. Get in here and see how your sis-in-law's treatin' us. Dude strolls in, all muscle and ego, towering over me like he's the boss man. What's the beef now? He growls, arms folded tight. Lucia jabs a finger my way, like I'm Exhibit A in court. Elena's bein' rude as hell again. No proper hello, just grunts like we're the help. I roll my eyes so hard I see stars. I straight up said afternoon. This is bullshit. Raphael's mug twists up. Bullshit? You're crashin' here rent-free, scarfing our grub, usin' our pad. Least you can do is show some respect to my wife. Lucia piles on, voice goin' all wobbly, fake as hell, tears wellin' up like she's in a soap opera. I'm just trying to hold this fam together, and she treats me like dirt. I snort, can't help it. Hold it together. You two run this joint like a dictatorship. Boom, that sets him off. Raphael's voice booms like thunder. Apologize to Lucia right now. I shake my head, tea forgotten. For what? Breathin'? He steps in close, breath hot and minty. If you don't say sorry, you're locked down in the guest house. No car keys, no Wi-Fi, no steppin' off the property. We'll handle you like the kid you actin' like. I'm starin' at him, jaw dropped. I'm 21, Raphael. You can't ground me like some tween. Long as you're under this roof, we call the shots, Lucia chimes in, smirkin' like she won the lotto. And it'll drag on till you beg forgiveness, for real. Blood's poundin' in my ears, humiliation burnin' hotter than the sun outside. The guest house? That's basically a fancy shack, cut off from the main crib. How long? I spit out. Till I decide, Raphael snarls. Now scram, before I haul you there myself. Somethin' inside me cracks, not with sobs, but this ice-cold fire. As I turn to bounce, I catch Lucia whispering to him, "She'll cave quick." "Oh, honey, you got no clue." In the guest house, walls closin' in with that musty vine smell seepin' through, I don't flop on the bed and cry. Nah, I fire up my tablet, the secret one stashed in my art bin. For the past year, I'd been hustlin' in this online graphic design program, keepin' it on the DL, 'cause the fam would call it a waste. But I'd flipped it into real dough, freelance gigs, logos for startups, app mocks. Stacked over 15 grand in a hidden account. Enough to jet to LA and start fresh. But dip out quietly? Hell no. They declared war, so I'd bring the apocalypse. I crack open this encrypted folder on my cloud, Vargas Vault. Stuff I'd scraped together over months. Lucia thought she was slick, but I'd cracked her old laptop pass, our dog's name, dumbass move. What I unearthed? Mind blowin'. Files showin' Lucia ain't just bossy, she's crooked. Siphonin' cash from the vineyard biz, not for bling, but to bankroll a side gig, smugglin' rare wines, cross the border, dodgin' taxes like a pro. Emails to sketchy connects, phony bills, wires to shady accounts. But the kicker? Raphael ain't her only ride or die. Screenshots of hot and heavy texts to Carlos, our folks' old biz bud and fam pal. Pics from secret getaways, hotels under fake names. Lucia's cheatin' with a dude who could torch the whole legacy. One chain shows Raphael knew about the smugglin', but was coverin' her ass for a slice of the pie. They both in deep, playin' perfect couple while suckin' the fam dry. Why Carlos? I dig deeper, curiosity eaten in me. Old MSGS hint at a pre-marriage fling. He was her first crush, and now they're riskin' it all for sneaky hookups. Shock City. Fuels my scheme. That night, estate quiet as a grave, I hear boots crunchin' outside. Peek through blinds, Raphael sneakin' to the vineyard shed. Nosy as hell, I tail him quiet like. My groundin' ain't got locks yet. In the shed, he's meetin' a shadow dude, handin' over a crate. Drugs? Nah, bottles of bootleg wine, labels faked. Raphael's neck deep in the smuggle game. I snap pics with my burner phone, pillin' on the dirt. Plot thickens, this ain't just theft, it's full-on fraud ring. Back in the shack, I print the juicy bits on the rusty printer I hid, seal 'em in envelopes. By morn, bags packed, basics, burner, art stuff. But wait, plot twists harder. Mornin' light filters in, and I get a text on the burner from an unknown, watch your back. Lucia knows you're snoopin'. Who the hell? I trace it, turns out, it's from Maria, our vineyard worker who's been cruishin' on me forever. She overheard Lucia rantin' 'bout missin' files. Maria's slippin' me intel? Game changer. I text back, spill more. She drops, Lucia's plannin' to frame me for the missin' cash, make it look like I dipped into the accounts. Rage bubbles. Not just groundin' me, now settin' me up. I add that to the vault, screenshots of Maria's texts. Afternoon rolls, tension thick as fog. I slide a note under the main door, fam meetin' time. They bite, thinkin' I'm broken. In the fancy livin' room, vines swayin' outside the windows, Lucia lounges like a queen, Raphael glued to her side, grinnin'. I'm ready to say sorry, I say, voice all soft and fake humble, slidin' 3 envelopes across the coffee table, one each, one for folks. Lucia's eyes sparkle. 'Bout damn time. Spit it out. Open these first, I say, cool as ice. Raphael rips his, bank slips showin' his smuggle cut. Lucia's got the affair texts with Carlos. Third. Shed pics from last night. Hell breaks loose. Lucia's face goes ghost white. Where'd you snag this? Raphael bolts up. You sneaky bitch. This is photoshopped bullshit. But Lucia clocks the MSGS. Carlos? You been banging him? She wheels on Raphael. And you knew about the wine hustles? You swore it was just me. Raphael cracks under pressure. I jumped in to shield you. Lucia hauls off and slaps him, screamin', shield? You're the one who roped Carlos in for blackmail. I sit back, watchin' the meltdown. You caged me like a damn animal. But while you played, I built my out, and your ruin. Lucia lunges, but Raphael yanks her back. Elena, delete it. We'll cut you loose. I chuckle. Too late. Backups with a lawyer pal. One slip, and it hits the feds, IRS, Carlos's wife. As they bicker, I grab my bag and dip. But outside, Carlos rolls up in his pickup, tipped off by my anonymous burner text. He storms in, Demon answers, finds his fling blown wide. Fists fly, Raphael and Carlos scrap, smashin' a heirloom vase. Lucia bolts upstairs, bawlin'. I hop a rideshare to LA, crashin' in an Airbnb. Days later, fam crumbles, folks uncover the scam, lock accounts, boot Lucia and Raphael. Smuggle op folds when Carlos, feelin' stabbed, snitches to save his skin, busts Leodin to cuffs. Lucia sues for divorce, Raphael counters, Aaron more laundry. Heart poundin', but not from fear, from that sweet taste of liberation. I got my backpack slung over, laptop hummin' with all the dirt, burner buzzin' with Maria's texts, you okay? They goin' nuts back here. I shoot back, golden. Thanks for the heads up. She's the real MVP, that girl, been workin' the vines since we were kids, always had my back quiet like. Settle into the Airbnb, a tiny studio in Hollywood Hills, city lights twinklin' like stars that actually give a damn. First thing, I snag a new phone, log into accounts. Second, email the vault to myself, labeled Doomsday Backup. Third, flop on the bed and breathe deep, no Lucia's voice echoin', no Raphael's shadow loomin'. But ain't over yet. Phone rings, parents. They heard from Carlos, who's spillin' beans to cover his ass. Mom's cryin', Dad's fuming. Why didn't you say something sooner, Mija? I lay it out calm, the groundin', the frame-up attempt, the whole rotten core. They don't blame me, they turn on Lucia. Cut her off the biz, freeze funds. Raphael? Out on his ass, crashin' with buddies. But twist hits a week later, Lucia shows up at my door. How she found me? Tracked the rideshare or some shit. She's all disheveled, makeup runnin', beggin'. Elena, sis, let's talk. I screwed up, but fam sticks together. I laugh in her face. Fam? You tried to bury me. She pushes in, eyes wild. Reveals another layer. The smugglin' started caused Dad's gamblin' debt. She was Savon, the vineyard. Bull. I record the whole thing on my phone, add to vault. Kick her out, call cops for trespass. Life in LA ramps up. I hustle gigs, design for indie bands, app startups. Meet peeps at coffee shops, build a crew. Maria visits, sparks fly, we date low-key. But Lucia ain't done. Months in, I get hacked, someone fishin' for the vault. Trace it back to Raphael, hirin' some shady coder. I counter, leak a teaser to the press, anonymous. Vineyard scandal hits local news, tax evasion probes. Folks sell the place to pay fines, move to a condo. I discovered that I'm heir to Graham's trust fund, hidden. Use it to buy a studio space. Lucia ends up in rehab, Raphael in jail for fraud. Me? Paintin', lovin', free. My sis demanded sorry to her hubby or suffer. Instead, I bounced, and they learned betrayal's real cost. I'm in the back of that Uber doin' 85 up the 405, windows cracked, hot wind slappin', my face like it's trying to wake me up from a 10-year coma. The vineyard's long gone in the mirror, just a green smudge disappearin' into the haze. My backpack's between my feet, laptop inside hummin' like it knows it just murdered 2 empires. Burner phone buzzin' non-stop. Maria, you good? They loosen their damn minds back here. Lucia threw a whole bottle of cab at the wall. Raphael punched a hole in the drywall. Mo. I grinned so hard my cheeks hurt. Me, golden. Keep ya head down, mama. Oh, you big. First stop, AT&T store in Koreatown. Walk in lookin' like a dusty art gremlin, walk out with a brand new iPhone paid cash. No plan attached to the family account, no tracking, nothin'. Freedom tastes like plastic and new phone smell. Airbnb's this tiny-ass studio above a pupuseria on 6th, smells like masa and weed 24/7. Landlord's this chill Salvadoran abuela who don't ask questions long as the rent hits Venmo on the 1st. I pay 3 months up front. She hands me the key and goes, "Mija, you look like you just escaped prison." I laugh. Pretty much, don't. Night one I don't sleep. I'm wired. I sit cross-legged on the floor, city glow pourin' through the blinds, and I do the thing. Triple encrypted the entire Vargas vault. Uploaded copies to 3 different clouds. Mailed a USB to my old high school art teacher, dude's ex-military, lives off-grid in Joshua Tree, owes me a favor. Sent a sealed manila envelope to a lawyer I found on Reddit who specializes in rich family fuckery. Then I finally exhale. First real breath in years. Week 1 in LA is a blur of caffeine and revenge plotting. I'm at Alfred Coffee on Melrose every morning, hoodie up, AirPods in, crankin' out freelance fire. Logos for some SoundCloud rappers, album art for an indie band called Sad Girl, UI for a weed delivery app. Money flowin' in faster than ever. My secret account jumps from 15K to 28K in 9 days. I'm dangerous now. Then the plot twists start droppin' like beats. Twist number 1, 10 days in, someone's bangin' on my door at 2 a.m. I grab the pepper spray I bought at the 99-cent store and crack it. It's Lucia. Hair lookin' like she fought a lawnmower and lost, mascara tracks down her cheeks, wearin' one of Raphael's old USC hoodies like a damn ghost. Elena, please. 5 minutes. I should slam the door. Instead I let her in 'cause I'm curious how far the mighty fall. She collapses on my futon cryin' about how Raphael beat her ass when the Carlos picks hit, how mom and dad froze every account with her name on it, how the vineyard's gettin' audited by 3-letter agencies. Then she drops the bomb, the smuggling wasn't even my idea at first. Dad's got a gambling debt to some Armenian bookies in Glendale. $500,000. I was movin' the wine to keep the estate from gettin' torched. I just stare. So you decided to screw the whole family instead of asking for help? Classic Lucia. She tries the waterworks again. I hit record on my phone, hidden in my pocket. She admits on tape she was plannin' to frame me for the missing money before I flipped the script. I walk her to the door, hug her like a sister, then deadbolt it the second she's out. Audio file lawyer. Boom. Twist number 2, 2 weeks later there's another knock. Softer this time. I open it and Maria's standin' there with a duffel and a shy smile that makes my stomach do flips. They fired me the day after you left. Said I was disloyal. I pull her inside before she even finishes the sentence. That night we drink cheap rose on the roof, city spread out like spilled diamonds, and she kisses me under a busted string of Christmas lights some previous tenant never took down. Plot twist, I'm not just free. I'm happy. Like, stupid happy. Twist number 3, end of month 1, I wake up to 47 missed calls from my new clients. Somebody's deducing their sites and sending emails like they're from me, calling them all kinds of slurs. I know who it is before I even check the headers. Raphael hired some 4chan loser for $300 in Bitcoin to ruin my reputation. Cute. I spend 48 hours straight with an energy drink for Trace the Kid, 17-year-old edgelord in Riverside, scare the absolute shit out of him on Discord voice chat. Dude cries, gives up Raphael's real name, PayPal receipts, everything. I forward the chat logs to the FBI tip line, anonymously, of course. Cybercrime's a federal thing, baby. Twist number 4, out of nowhere I get a certified letter from some law firm in Pasadena. Turns out Abuelita Rosa, R.I.P., set up a trust for the grandchild who shows real cojones. Direct quote from her will. Lucia and our brother Mateo were cut out years ago for being spoiled brats. I'm the sole beneficiary. $840,000 liquid, plus the deed to a commercial loft in the Arts District. I almost dropped the letter in the toilet. Twist number 5, I didn't even have to pull the final trigger. Some reporter at the San Diego Union Tribune got a fat anonymous envelope. Guess whose handwriting? Front page, 2 weeks later, Vargas family vineyard imploded by fraud, infidelity, and revenge, photos of Lucia leaving court, Raphael in cuffs, Carlos snitching, in a plea deal. The estate seized, auctioned off to some Silicon Valley tech bro who wants to make natural wine for influencers. Mom and dad move to a condo in Chula Vista and finally start going to therapy like normal people. Twist number 6, 3 months in, Lucia tries one final Hail Mary. She leaks to some Instagram tea pages that I'm a jealous psycho sister who ruined the family for clout. Posts blurry old pics of me at 16 looking awkward as hell. Internet tries to cancel me for 72 hours. I wait. Then I drop the nuke I'd been savon, the 2 a.m. confession audio, plus the lawyer-verified documents. Caption, here's the real story. Mic drop. The internet turns on her so fast she deactivates every account. Last I heard she's working retail at a mall in Temecula and goes by Lucy now. Twist number 7, fast forward 8 months. I turned Abuelita's loft into a dope studio spot, half art gallery, half design agency. Maria's my girl and my business manager. We got plants everywhere, a rescue pit bull named Karma, and a neon sign that says, "Fuck around and find out," above the door. Clients banging down the door, Netflix, Adidas, some K-pop group wants album art. Bank account looking like a phone number. 1 year to the day I walked out, I get a text from an unknown number. It's Daniel, nah, wrong story, Raphael. From a jail tablet. Elena. I was wrong about everything. I'm sorry. For real this time. I read it, smirk, block the number. 1 year later Maria and I are up on our roof again, city hummin' below us. Bottle of champagne, the real stuff, not that $12 Trader Joe's mess. She bumps my shoulder. You still keep that USB necklace? I pull it out from under my shirt, the original Vargas vault on a chain. Never know when karma needs a refresh, I laugh. We clink plastic cups. Fireworks from Dodger Stadium light up the sky even though it ain't the 4th. Just LA being extra. I look out at the millions of lights and finally say it out loud, they told me to apologize or get punished. I chose door number 3, I left, I burned their world down, and I built my own kingdom on the ashes. Maria kisses me slow, tastes like victory and champagne. And that, kids, is how you win when they think you're just the quiet one. They wanted an apology. I gave them a whole damn legend instead. Victory hand. Enjoying the story? Hit like, comment your thoughts, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for more.